Hey YouTube, namaste and welcome to my channel guys. I hope you're all having a lovely morning. I am actually for the first time in quite a while. I'm actually having a good morning. I hope you are too. And I just wanted to come on here today. There's been loads of downloads, there's been loads of lessons and loads of things I've been overcoming lately. And I just wanted to share a few bits with you lot. My hair is a mess. It's literally, I chucked it in a bun last night, guys. I haven't even brushed it this morning. And this is how it turned out. But again, that to me was totally synchronistic because I love it. And I didn't do anything to do for it to become like this, you know. So like what I'm trying to say is find beauty in the mess. You know, find beauty in your mess. No matter where you are in your life right now, no matter what situation you're in, it is so easy, isn't it, for us to think we're bad people, we must have done something wrong, blah blah blah, and all these constant negative thoughts running around in our minds. I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm not big enough, I'm not small enough, blah blah blah. All these things, we just totally sabotage ourselves when God and the universe is just trying to teach us lessons, you know. I was in not a low mood yesterday, but things didn't go my way, you know, and the old me would have been, oh my God, what's wrong with me? And I did have a little bit of a like funny moment in the morning, but then I thought, I spoke to my guides, I spoke to my angels, and I thought, you know what? And they told me, you know, this, what we go through, if we go through bad things or if things don't work out the way they're supposed to, as all spiritual people say, you know, it's up to the universe. Surrender to the universe, and if things ain't going right, they're not going right for a reason, you know. But when we're in that zone and when things are not going right, it's so easy to blame ourselves, isn't it? It's so easy to either blame ourselves or to blame other people, you know. And I'm a big one for that. Sorry, my words. Compared to my exes, you know, everything that I went through, I was forever saying, it's their fault, if hadn't I done this, then this wouldn't have happened. If I hadn't done this, and that would have happened, you know, if that person hadn't done that, then I'd be fine. No, because Spirit puts us in them situations, puts us through them lessons, so we understand where we don't want to be and where we do want to be, you know. I'm just saying 222 then. And yeah, that is exactly it. When we're in that situation, so for example, if you're in a place now where nothing is going right, you know, and whatever you want to happen is not happening, the more you think about that, and this goes back to the message that I put on you a couple of days ago about the law of attraction, you know, what you think, you are, you know. And for years I had that negative mindset. For years I blamed other people. For years I was the victim, you know, and that is what continued in my life. I was the victim. Well, lately I have been understanding that I'm not a victim at all. I'm a survivor, you know. And that is, as soon as you flip that script, as soon as you say, no, I'm not a victim of that person, I survived that person, I survived that situation, I survived, that immediately turns the pain into the power. I've seen 333, oh my God, namaste Spirit. That turns your pain into your personal power. That gives you motivation to do better, to be better, to prove to yourself. You don't need to prove to anybody else, anybody that is outside of you right now, that has an opinion on you, that has a judgment on you, or that, like, I've got a few people that are quite fearful in my life, you know. I won't go into any names, but there is a certain person that is very fearful of everything, you know, and that person has lived their life through their fears, never doing what they want to do because they're too scared to, and they implement them fears onto me, and then that puts little seeds in my head of doubt and fear and things, which did, you know, for a very long time, for most of my life, I lived off this other person's fears. But since I've started becoming myself and I've started truly trusting who I am, regardless of how people treat me, regardless of all the things that I go through, then it doesn't affect me, you know. People have a funny way of projecting their hurt, their pain, their fears, their doubts onto you. Because they can't do it, because of their pains and their fears, they project it onto you, and then you are holding somebody else's fears, somebody else's pains, somebody else's worries. They're not your own. As soon as you realise that and you start owning who you are, taking your power back from the people that took it away from you, then every single thing changes, you know. And I go back to the hair analogy, you know. It doesn't matter how messy your life is, you still have life. You are still, I've seen 5:11, you are still alive for a reason, okay? God doesn't make mistakes. The universe doesn't make mistakes. And I know personally how hard that pill is to swallow, you know, from all the things that I've gone through. One of the worst things in my life was losing my brother, you know. And at that point, when I lost my brother, I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in anything. I just thought that I'd been cursed. I thought that, you know, this was just a shit life because I spent so long trying to save him and he died anyway. But years later, I can sit here now and yes, I still miss him, and yes, I wish things hadn't have happened the way they'd happened, but I can see why it happened, you know, and I can see the reasons behind everything. And as soon as you get to that place and stop living in that victim mode and living in that template of other people's worries, other people's doubts, other people's lives, and start believing in yourself and start trusting yourself, then everything changes, and even the mess becomes beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I pulled 2 cards yesterday of surrender, guys, okay? 2 different decks. This was in the process before my mind clicked, in the process of self-loathing, in the process of nothing's going right. And then I pulled the 2 cards from 2 different decks, one after the other, of surrender. And you know that I go on about this a lot on my channel because surrendering means letting go. And I know how human minds work because I'm an Aquarius and I'm really up in my head all the time, and I analyze everything and I go over and over and over and over things in my head. But Spirit was telling me yesterday to surrender, to let go and let God take over and let the universe take over and let the universe teach me the lessons that I needed to be taught. Immediately I listened and I surrendered all my worries, all my doubts, all my pains, all my fears, all my self-sabotaging beliefs that I had of myself, and I started just living, you know, and I started being happy. And as soon as that energy shifted, then everything shifted in my life. You know, I've had a few good things happen this morning, a bit of abundance come in, and yeah, I'm feeling good. My hair went well, even though it's not brushed, and I'm feeling really good, guys. So this was just a quick little message on, I guess, seeing the beauty in the mess. That's what this channeling is going to be about. Seeing the beauty in your mess. It doesn't matter if, you know, like, I'm 37, I've never been married. That doesn't bother me. I'm single. That doesn't bother me. If you're in these times and you're in the in-between bit, I guess, okay, it's so easy to think of the past and to think of the future, okay, where you're not surrendering, you're just holding on. Oh my God, look what's happened to me in my past. Oh my God, what's my future going to be like? You're not in the here and now. You're not in the present moment. So you can't do absolutely anything about what's going to happen in the future. All that's going to happen in the future is you're going to bring this energy into the future until you surrender into the present moment. Find the beauty in the mess and work with it. You know, my house was a mess yesterday. I'm currently toilet training a puppy who is good. Oh, pardon me, sorry, who is really good, but, you know, does get on top of me, and the cleaning and everything. But you know what, I thought, I'm gonna find beauty in my mess. I'm gonna just put my pajamas on, blast my music, be happy for no reason. And I cleaned and my house is spotless, and I woke up this morning and I feel amazing. So this is just a quick little message for anybody, and I mean anybody. It doesn't matter what situation you're in right now. It doesn't matter. There's always a way out, but the way out is to surrender what has hurt you in the past, what has happened to you in the past. Just put it to bed, give it to Spirit, and ask Spirit and you guides to take care of it for you, and you just live in the present moment and be happy no matter what. And I absolutely promise you, as soon as you shift that energy, as soon as you start loving who you are and loving your life for no matter what it is, then everything will start to shift in your favour, okay? I'm going to go now because my son's picking me up in a little bit, and yeah, I just wanted to really put that on there, the art of surrender and finding beauty in the mess, okay? So if anybody is struggling, please email me. I'm only an email away, and because I want to help people understand that we create our own reality, and I want to help people understand that we are our own God. Okay, we create our own universe, we create our own lives by our minds and by our actions. Okay, and first it comes from the mind and then it comes into action. So if you can control that mind, okay, and I know full stop how hard it is to do that, okay, but it can be done. It's in 10:22 then, it can be done, okay. Whenever a negative thought just comes in, just say, it's not mine, go away. And I promise you, I absolutely promise you, surrendering to the outcome is a beautiful thing, and leave the universe lead your way, okay. If you keep controlling everything, if you keep trying to control everything, then it's never going to go right. Leave the universe lead the way, okay, and find beauty in your own mess, okay. We're all unique, we're all perfect exactly how we are. We don't need to be like anybody else. We don't need to compare our lives to anybody else, because we're not here to live anybody else's life. We're here to live our own. So I hope you find beauty in your mess today. Namaste.